You know, it's kind of cool. Whoever wins this is basically no losses, right? It's, I mean, a single elimination. It's Mak Gora, which is pretty rad. But
yeah, it's not like you can lose.
The Warlock, Mad Nox, and
true.
This is a mana battle, man. It's a mana battle. We have drained mana. We have mana burn from the priest, and we've seen this matchup go both ways. It feels like the warlocks, though, are generally doing pretty well into the priests. And,
we've seen this gear before,
and I think that's the way it's supposed to go. So we'll see if Sots can outplay himself to a win, or if Mad Nox is gonna just crush it as the warlock.
Conjure Lily Root.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see. We've seen
Isn't
a
that
fair
a
bit of
BOE?
Warlock Shadow Priest in this tournament, haven't we?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of rogues. We've seen a lot of
it's a BOE epic neck.
hunters.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of warlocks.
We've
seen,
yes.
you know, we haven't seen like that many warriors, but the warriors that have shown up really have shown up, and it's really the top of 8 class, so that class distribution is pretty even.
Okay.
And,
okay.
So
Oh, he tried to fear. Oh, he's resisting 3 fears.
Trying to go, and he's
4 fears. Bro, Mad Nox tried to fear 4 times. Every single one resisted.
Drops the blanket silence, goes into a fear, gets stopped. Title charm.
Jesus.
Going into an arcane bomb mana burn. So he's probably going with the strategy of trying to burn Mad Nox mana as much as possible.
Mad Nox is already
doing
below.
A phenomenal job. Look at that. He's at 33%
oh my God.
mana already. Mad Nox dropping the Curse of Tongues, and it's making a huge impact on Sots while he's feared away. Is that fear still active? It is, and he's coming back in.
Here we go.
That UI is updating. He's coming back in, following him in.
Maybe
Mad Nox is going to want to reset. He's life tapping and using a medicine pouch to get his health back up.
I don't know.
And his mana at the same time.
How much health does a pet have? Oh, pet's at half.
I really like Sots' strat.
Oh, he is
killing
with
a mana burn.
Yeah.
I thought that was huge. And put Mad Nox.
Oh, he got a mana burn out without Curse of Tongues.
Right there, we got another big mana burn in. And Mad Nox is having to burn all of his consumes to life tap and to heal up, and those cooldowns
is gonna be able to kill the pet here.
Add up.
Sots can kill
so
the pet.
yeah, this is like the new tech. We haven't seen any Shadow Priest really utilize mana burn into Warlock. Normally, the Shadow Priest Warlock matchups, the Warlock is trained mana and the Shadow Priest is just doing damage.
Wait,
and
the pet's
is like, you know what? 2 can play this game. You know, like 2 can play this game. Let me mana burn you and see how it goes. And I really like it from Sots. Sots has that mana advantage.
I want to see Sots win. I'm gonna be honest.
So he's gonna have the ability to life tap.
I want to see him win.
But Sots might have the long
Pet's
plan
very
of like,
healthy.
let me just keep mana burning this
lower.
guy, so he's forced to life tap. And I'll kill him through his own life taps and just make sure he stays or you have to life tap and then you'll eventually die.
True.
Looks like it's panning out decently for Sots. But Mad Nox is a Warlock. There's a lot of cooldowns to get through. The Fell Hunter is going to be purging with Devour. You have so much damage coming through. You have the ability to, you know, Hellstone and
he's going to try to kill. I think he's trying to kill the pet.
You have the ability to make your healing potion and then life tap more. So it's hard. Like Warlocks to some degree have like this infinite mana pool where you can tap and then drain life and then tap and then drain life, and now you're pretty much sustaining yourself forever. And we have the first aid coming out from Mad Nox, and that first aid is going to allow him to tap more. Sots, in the meantime, gets another tick or 2 of Drink and Eat. Looks like he's back up to 80% health, 60% mana. Silence comes through into the full fear. Will of Forsaken right away from Mad Nox. Arcane Bomb, will it land? Looks like it didn't. Did that land?
Bad.
The coil might have interrupted it. Full fear comes out from Sots. Will of Forsaken on the fear. Sots is in a world of hurt here. He has mana to work with, but Shadow Priests are one of those unique classes where it's like you don't want to come out of Shadow form to heal, but sometimes you just have to. There's the major healing pot into the life tap, drain life. This is exactly what we were just talking about. Sots going into the spell log. What are you gonna do? It's gonna be enough flasks in the clutch. He's back up to 18% life, but there's no mana to work with. This does not look good for Sots. 1 or 2 more ticks of damage. Another flask. There's only 2 or 3 flasks allowed per day in Sots. That was 2 of them. He can maybe use 1 more. That's the last one. Flask and mana pot. He has a little bit of mana to work with, but it's not going to be enough. He's at 1%. There's a shield, but it's going to break, and Sots is going to fall. Mad Nox, really well done.
Mad Nox
really well done. Great performance by Sots.
This is one of the first ones. This is definitely a salute.
The ability to counteract
this guy did so well.
I think it worked out really well at the beginning, but he just wasn't able to sustain it. He had to overcommit, and it didn't work out for him because he was able to out-sustain it. So
should have killed the pet, maybe.
Great point
I'm
there.
Sure that's what he might be thinking right now.
Great play by Mad Nox being able to withstand the barrage of the mana burns and the different ways to try and
Shadow
get rid of you with Arcane Bomb and everything else. So great job, great performance by Mad Nox, and I think it's been a great performance all tournament from Sot as well. So look, we're getting to that point in the tournament.